I just put up a video. They took the sound down, so then I reposted the original link. And it's talking about the Jesuit order. And I've done videos about the Jesuit order before. This is like the military arm of the Catholic Church, basically. I'm not going to go into all that. All I'm going to say about this, first of all, is that people like to link Trump to the Jesuit order. Trump said he was an insider. Figure it out. Put it together. He's not with the Jesuit order, but he knows what the Jesuit order is about. I'm also going to say this because it's just interesting coincidence. And I've said for a while now on my old channels on TikTok, I wasn't going to keep bringing this up anymore because there just was no reason to. But part of the reason I started speaking up was obviously because I took care of women while Trump was in, and it was directly tied to his executive orders, women fresh out of trafficking, not children, young women. So that told me what his fruits were. People want to say, oh, that the devil deceives everyone. The devil cannot do good to deceive you. It can talk about it, but its fruits can't prove it. Its fruits cannot produce it. Because Jesus said, you're like your father. There's no good in him. There's no ability to produce good. But can convince people they're all about being good. No, Trump's deeds showed that he was not on the evil side. Okay, if you want to look at it that way. The other thing is that my first nursing job, and I'm so sick of this story because I've told it so many times, is when really I saw that something was massively wrong, not only in healthcare, but that there was just something more to it that I couldn't figure out. And it was regarding a chief nursing officer who had no problem lying about me and then trying to get a kid, because I was a charge nurse on an adolescent unit in a freestanding psych hospital. So this hospital was all state ward kids. For 2 days, trying to manipulate a kid to lie about me because she was, because I had, it was all surrounding this nursing union, okay? Illinois Nurses Association. The hospital had accused me of something, and they wanted to use me to put fear into the other nurses. But what they accused me of is like life crushing. No evidence, no accusation, nothing. They just made it up. So I was like, screw you, this is bullshit. I'm not putting up with this, and I resigned. That's what they wanted me to do. We didn't have a contract yet. But we had voted the nursing union in. So then the union told me to rescind the resignation, and they would fight it. Well, that didn't get me anywhere because the lawyer who is, in Pritzker's back pocket for the Illinois Nurses Association, back then Pritzker wasn't in, but I'm just saying he's all in that far left camp, didn't do anything to help me, not a thing. It just was a way to just put me through more hell, really. But because the kid actually the social worker was in the room when the chief nursing officer was trying to manipulate the kid. She called me at home. She said it was obvious. It was so obvious. And she upset the 14-year-old so much because I've said before, kids in the state system, they're street smart. They're street smart. They know when somebody's trying to manipulate them. And he told her, if you ever come near me again, I'll fucking kill you. He went back to the unit. He tore the whole unit apart. All the staff knew something was up because here she is 2 days in a row taking him off the unit. Then he comes back all upset like that to the point where he's pulling the ceiling tiles out of the ceiling. And he wasn't like that before. So she was trying to get him, manipulate him so that she could try to use something because she knew she lied about me. Nothing ever happened to the bitch, okay? She went on to have her great nurse practitioner career. But this is what I'll say about her. She was from a Jesuit school, Loyola. She graduated from Loyola nursing. So no wonder there's some problems in the nursing profession. I'm not saying with all nurses, but I'm saying the people heading it up. How many of them are with the Jesuit colleges? Yeah, because this one was straight up evil. Anybody that can do that, first of all, at the very least, shouldn't have a license, but is morally bankrupt. That woman went on to have her big nursing career, could do teaching. She's still, I forget where she's at now, but was from a sorority that was a Jesuit sorority. So no wonder, because clearly those people, while they carry on that they work for God or they're about God, they're clearly not. And I was a nurse that brought a lot of therapeutic things into that hospital. So if you look at it from a spiritual aspect, that's what this world does. It goes after people that truly walk the path. While there's some, like in the Jesuit order, that don't walk the path. They're only trying to trip the people up that are walking that path. And many of those type people work with state wards. See, this woman came from University of Illinois, Chicago. She graduated from Loyola, their Jesuit sorority at Loyola University. But she came from the psychiatric department at University of Illinois. She was even at one time, before she came over to be my chief nursing officer, she was on the oversight team. University of Illinois, I don't know if they still are, but they were oversight over DCFS wards that are in psychiatric hospitals. So they would come in with their nose, like 3 of them, with their noses in the air, the psychologist and her, she was, psych NP. And she was a forensic NP, or a forensic nurse, and taught it at University of Illinois, Chicago. And the reason this is all so crazy is because the union who wanted me to rescind the resignation were never going to help me. They knew who she was, because the biggest nursing union contract is at University of Illinois, Chicago. And she came from there. There's no way they didn't know who she was. So that's why when I tried to tell the union lawyer, look, this kid wrote it down, the social worker called me, the tech on the unit confirmed it, because she sent me a copy of what the kid wrote, signing it, saying what this chief nursing officer was trying to do. Had all this confirmation, and yet it just made the lawyer at the Illinois Nurses Association nervous. It's like they never used that to show the targeting. It was outright targeting. But they were protecting her because their biggest contract was at University of Illinois, Chicago. But that's the kind of garbage out of that psychiatric department, because she came from the oversight there to come to my hospital and become the chief nursing officer. It was all to help this globalist agenda. It was 12, 13 years ago. But put a patient, a young kid, 14-year-old, that its guardian is the state, through that kind of hell, caused trauma, and all because trying to save her own ass. And of course she would. She was from a Jesuit sorority. So the Jesuit order is not about God. It's about a God. It's certainly not about the God Jesus Christ. And that order will go after anybody. So of course they would be heading up things like being chief nursing officers for state wards in certain psychiatric hospitals. Yeah, it's a spiritual battle, whether people want to see that or not. So much of a spiritual battle that now YouTube is playing games with me again, and now saying that I've reached my daily upload. I can't upload to my channel anymore. Yeah, don't think it's not a spiritual war. It absolutely is.